Well, it is a big day for the opposition leader today, really igniting the energy wars. Let's go to our political editor, Andrew Clennell, a party room meeting on the phone apparently this morning, maybe happening now. Then there's going to be a press conference that you're going to be at. Andrew, what are you hearing about things today when it comes to this policy? It could well be a big moment.
This is a historic moment coming in Australian politics. Here in about an hour and a half's time or less, Pete, we are going to see an announcement of the first time in Australian history a party has taken a policy to put nuclear power stations in Australia to an election. I mean, this is huge. This is going to be the biggest climate election we've ever had, and we have had some. And there was a sign of this. Oh, nice to get some feedback. There was a sign of this on Sunday Agenda with Peter Dutton's interview with me, where he spoke about these actually being government subsidised or owned, and he spoke about 6 or 7 sites he was about to announce. I got wind yesterday the announcement might be in 2 to 3 weeks, but it's actually today. Let's have a listen to what Peter Dutton said on Sunday.
The sites that we're looking at are only those sites where there's an end-of-life coal-fired power station. Importantly, one of the main reasons is that people in those communities know that their jobs are going when coal goes. And we have the ability to sustain heavy industry.
So around 5 sites?
Well, we've said that we're looking at between 6 and 7 sites, and we'll make an announcement at a time of our choosing, not of Labor's choosing.
The 6 or 7 sites, do you expect a nuclear power station on each one, or it's just 1 or 2 power stations on on 2 of those sites, for example?
We'll provide that advice in due course.
Do you expect government involvement in these nuclear power stations? Would they be government subsidised or even government owned?
Well, every energy at the moment, apart from coal, is. We'll make our announcement in due course, but I just make the point that wind and solar don't work without government subsidy.
So there you have it. And the Australian reporting today confirming that they'll be government owned, not just subsidised, which is a tremendous risk, but I guess it's a way that the opposition can say they will be built. But that's going to involve billions of dollars. We've seen state governments, apart from Queensland, Peter Dutton's home state, and WA, privatise power generation. Now we're having a federal government take it over again. So state governments used to be in charge of power generation. Now we've got the prospect of a federal government taking it over. Now, Peter Dutton's argument, Pete, will be, well, the renewables are subsidised anyway. There's so much subsidy in the system. This is the way forward for our energy future, and it's going to require government investment. The other argument they're going to make, as I understand it, is there will be return on investment. So the government will be able to make profit out of it. And that's how they're going to say the Shadow Treasurer, Angus Taylor's position at the Press Club recently wasn't inconsistent. He said there had to be return on capital. He didn't necessarily say they argue that it was going to be private sector owned.